All right, this is case number 18-241991. This is Jones Winu versus Rena El Hadi. The matter is set before the court on today's date for a trial. Your appearance at this time for the plaintiff, please.
Your Honor, this is Michael Elkins. I'm attorney for defendants in this matter. I'm calling on behalf of both attorney for plaintiff and for on behalf of the defendants. Mr. De Palmieri is not available because his wife just had a stroke, unfortunately, and is coming home from the hospital, and he has to be there to bring her home and make arrangements. So he's out of the office for a while. My client, one is in quarantine because of COVID. So we are at a point where we cannot appear personally for trial and cannot appear for trial actually today at all. Also, just to report to the court the status of the matter is that the vehicle in question, the shipping container containing 4 vehicles in total that's been in question, I'd like to report that Tin Can Island, which is the port of landing in Nigeria, is down from 5,000 container backup to 4,000 container backup. It appears that with help assisting the process monetarily with some individuals who are responsible at the port, that the container should be out by April. So I guess what I'm asking the court is if we could just put this over perhaps until May. I think we'll either have it resolved or be ready to go. Hopefully everybody be healthy and ready to go.
All right, sir. That's been going on since 2018.
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right. Given the update and the status of this matter, I don't see a whole lot of alternatives. I know the court is aware that parties are trying to work something out, and that this involves the shipping of certain deals, and some of that progression has been stymied by supply chain issues as well as the virus.
Judge, it's really difficult hearing you.
I'm having great difficulty hearing you also, Your Honor.
Yeah.
All right. So, right. Are you able to hear me a little better now?
Only a little bit. If you could, I don't know where your microphone is, but you could speak up a little.
Every now and then we have that problem. So, suffice it to say that I'll go ahead and grant the adjournment, and we're going to set a specific date at the moment. Look like the calendar over there fell down as well. So I'm looking for a date in May, and looks like we'll set that for May 10th.
You just check my schedule on it since I am here. May 10th
Okay.
appears good, Your Honor.
Yeah, May 10th, 10 o'clock a.m., sir.
10 o'clock. Thank you very much, Your Honor. I'll advise all the parties.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Court finds good cause on the record for the adjournment of the trial matter due to illness, sickness, and the parties are yet attempting to find a way to resolve.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Munson, sir, if you will, what case are you on, Mr. Munson?
He's on the 931 case. 931?
Yeah.
All right, got it. All right, this is case number This is case number 2142931. This is Harrison W. Munson, PC versus Demario Davis. The matter is before the court on petition and order to show cause. Your appearance for the plaintiff in this matter, please.
Your Honor, Harrison W. Munson representing Harrison W. Munson PC, P46624. And we're here today for the show cause.
All right, thank you, sir. Do I have on this record, Mr. Demario Davis, please, if you're on this record, say something at this time, sir.
Yes, Your Honor, Demario Davis.
All right, thank you, Mr. Davis. Good morning to you as well, sir. This matter comes before the court because there was a judgment entered against Mr. Davis. That judgment was entered on September the 8th of 2021 for the total sum of $5,105.24. The plaintiff has attempted to collect on this judgment and filed a application to receive information. And when the defendant was not present on that request, the plaintiff then filed a petition in order to show cause, asking that the court issue a contempt citation where the defendant has not complied with the request to present documents. That's the nature of this matter. You understand it, Mr. Davis, sir?
Yes.
All right, so where are we? Have the two of you had an opportunity to talk at all? Mr. Munson?
No, we have not. We spoke when we both came in, but every time I've talked to him, he seems to disappear. And if I could get certain information from him, I can collect.
Right, and that's are you prepared, Mr. Davis? Are you prepared, sir, to provide the information required by law based upon the fact that there is an outstanding judgment, sir?
First, I haven't had an opportunity to speak with Mr. Munson. Just earlier, we just said hi to each other, and that was it. And I don't know what information he's requesting from me and the specifics of it.
Under the subpoena that was issued by this court in January, you would be required in a private setting to provide information regarding your social security number, driver's license, bank account information to the plaintiff. And of course, in the alternative, the parties could reach a resolution regarding how this judgment might be paid. So what I'd like to do is to put the two of you in a breakout room to see if you can get any traction there and find a way forward. If that doesn't work, I'm still here to click back in and the court will make some decision on the show cause. You understand, Mr. Smith?
Davis, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, Mr. Davis. Mr. Davis, you understand what I just said, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Munson, I'm going to do that then, and I'm sending a notification now for breakout room number 1. And again, if you're not able to get anywhere, then just click back in and come back in the courtroom, and we'll go from there and figure out what we need to do. And Mr. Davis, notification is being sent to you as well, sir. There it is. And Mr. Kratashville?
It's Cradaville, Your Honor.
You made it so simple for me. Cradaville. All right, which case are you on, sir?
It's plaintiff is April Duran. Defendant I represent is Best Deals Auto Sales.
Gotcha. This is case number 21-169-362. This is April Duran versus Best Deal Auto Sales. The matter is before the court, set on for I have it set on for a general hearing today. Your appearance for the record at this time, counsel.
Good morning, Your Honor. Brent Cradaville appearing on behalf of Best Deals Auto Sales defendant P75845.
All right, thank you, and good morning once again to you, sir. Do I have on the Zoom April Duran? April, Ms. Duran, if you're on the Zoom, please say something at this time.
Yes, sir. Good morning. How are you?
I am good, and good morning to you as well. Obviously, this matter is before the court as a result of your complaint that you filed in this matter. And in that complaint, you allege damages in the nature of $2,500 regarding a vehicle that you purchased at Best Deal. Is that correct, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
All right. Counsel, I think that this is the something in my background, virgin noise. I think that this is the first appearance on this matter. Now, well, actually, the second appearance. It looks like previously defendant. Okay, got it. Yeah, this is the second appearance because the last time someone was here from Best Deal that was not an attorney, and I told them that they needed to get an attorney involved. That's the status of things so far. All right, so. Counsel, I don't see an answer to the complaint. Have there been any, well, maybe it is. Hold on one second. Let me just take a note.
So-
One second. Let me just make sure. Yeah, I see a response document that was submitted by agents of Best Auto. But I don't see a formal response. The parties had a chance to kind of talk about this to see if they can come together to get this resolved.
I have not yet had an opportunity to speak with Mr. N. I'm not opposed to having that conversation, and just so your honor is aware, and you've kind of put a lot of it out there on the record. Yeah, I think my client kind of assumed this was a small claims matter and didn't really understand what was happening. And so they did brief me in, and I did see that they had filed a response. So that is why I have not yet filed an official answer. Also, since all this has been going on, there is now potentially a claim for my client. So I would probably, if this case were to go forward, I would be filing a counter complaint. But yeah, at the current time, I'd be happy to speak with Ms. Stern and see if there's a resolution that we can agree on. And if not, then maybe we can set some dates and I can get that filed shortly and we can go from there.
Right. The next step would be to set a calendar on this so the parties can mitigate the matter that is before the court, Ms. Stern. A good starting place is to talk about it and see if the parties can find a meeting place on the numbers and get this resolved. So I'm going to put both sides in a breakout room just to talk about it, see if there is room for being able to get this resolved. If there is, then the court could formalize that and get this case wrapped up. If not, then the next step pursuant to the court rules is to set a calendar on the case for discovering things along those lines. So, Mr. I'm giving you a notification for breakout room number 2 at this time. You'll be able to click back into the courtroom after the discussion. Hopefully, it will be fruitful and the parties can move forward accordingly. And counsel, I'm sending that notice to you as well, sir. So go ahead and click into the breakout.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. You have a notification. I thought the city of Detroit
Huh?
partial summary disposition for the city.
What's the case number?
Yeah, okay, I'm sorry. 21
Mhm.
147838.
You have it for 421. Yes.
All right. Got that right there. Oh, you Get all's good.
Yeah, it was good. That was fast.
Very fast, yes. And then, this weekend, for some reason, it went fast.
I don't know. I want to see the long, have nice days, and now we got, gonna be back a little bit of 40.
Yeah,
I think tomorrow's gonna be 60 though.
yeah. Been bouncing all over.
Okay.
Hoping that she knows how to come back in.
Yeah, she should be on her way.
See, she's still there. You know how to go back and, kind of, there,
There she is.
all right, welcome back, on the Suffix 362, April Durham versus, Best Deals, Auto Sales. All right, Council, why don't you update me on things at this point, sir?
Sure, Your Honor. Yeah, we discussed the case briefly. We're unable to reach any sort of resolution at this time.
All right, and, all right, Ms. Durham, that's your take on the, situation as well, is that correct, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
All right, so, the next step is to set this, case up on the calendar of discovery, and then to set a final pretrial, conference date. This discovery process involves the exchange of information and documents. That means that during that period of time, both sides have the right to request information of the other side that may benefit or help their respective case, so long as the evidence requested is relevant. So that comes in the form of questions that are called interrogatories. It comes in the form of requests to admit a document that submits statements like admit that the following is true, etc. Also, it could be a deposition, subpoena for documents, and all of the above can be conducted by both parties. one party can do it against the other, and the other can do it against that party. It's you put something in writing and request it, the other side has to turn it over. So I'm going to set that up, and so that I'm going to set this case on a 60-day calendar. The return date. The return date on this case, when that is when you're coming back in front of me, is going to be May 12th, 2022. And that's going to be at 9:45 a.m. May 12th, 9:45 a.m. You're going to receive a document from me that is going to, just one moment. You're going to receive a document from me that's going to let you know that discovery is open through that date, through the 12th of May. In that document is also going to say that if either party has a petition that they'd like to bring before the court, that's commonly called a motion, you can file a motion and have it heard on that date. That is the 12th of May, so long as you allow the other party at least 10 days to respond to the motion. So if the plaintiff, for example, if Ms. Duren files a motion asking the court to enter a judgment or anything along those lines, or if counsel files a motion asking for summary disposition or the case be dismissed, as long as they provide 10 days opportunity for the other side to respond, I will hear the motion on the 12th of May. Any motion filed, it could be dispositive or non-dispositive. You can file it and have it heard on the 12th of May. That's the next action date. In the interim, again, if you want something from the other side, the documents of the transaction, anything along those lines, policies of operation, anything along those lines, put it in writing and send the request to the attorney talking to the plaintiff in this matter, and the attorney will process the information that you are requesting, because you're entitled to certain information because of the lawsuit. And Ms. Duren, if you receive a request for information, requesting documents requesting information from you, you have a duty under law to respond to those items within the time set forth in the document. Usually there is a 28-day period, sometimes a 14-day period that you would have to respond to the requests that are submitted to you. All right. So you got your next date. You're going to get a written order from me that says the things that I've just got done talking about. Mr. Counsel, you have anything at this time?
I just wanted to mention, so I don't know if a motion will be filed by that date, but I do intend to file a counter complaint. Obviously, my intention is to have it in well before that date. I didn't know if that would change things as it related to the dates or not.
Yeah, well, obviously, and I'm glad that you brought that up. If you're going to file your answer and you're going to file a formal answer and a counterclaim in this matter, then you want to do that in the next 14 days, within the next 14 days.
That sounds very reasonable, Your Honor. Thank you.
And ma'am, you will need to respond if a counterclaim is filed. You will need to respond to the counterclaim. That is to put something in writing, responding to the counter complaint that will be filed, so that you don't get defaulted on that counter claim. So there's going to be an answer filed, and there's going to be a counterclaim where they're alleging that that you may owe them money, and you have to file a response to that. Put it in writing and send a copy to the attorney as well as to the court, so that you would not be in default on that. You understand?
How do I get that information?
You wait until the answer and the counterclaim is sent to you. Okay.
Okay.
So the attorney has the next 14 days to do that. Once he submits that to you, then you will want to respond to those documents in writing. Given that you're already on both sides on the track with this court, I'm going to give you 14 days after you receive the
Okay.
To file any response that you wish to file to the counter complaint. And then again, the date will be set for the two of you to come back in front of me, and that is the 21st of what's that date?
12.
12, May 12th.
May 12th. I don't know where I'm getting the 21st from. May 12th of 2022 at 9:45 a.m. All right. I wish both sides well. And I will see you in the near future. You'll get a document from me in the next couple of days with the information that I went over with you on the record.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
And thank you. Good day to you.
Have a good day.
Take care.
I got a notification that Mr. DeMario requested my presence in the breakout room here. Are you able to hear me, Mr. DeMario, Mr. Smith? Mr. Davis, are you able to hear me, sir? Mr. Munson, are you able to hear me, sir?
It's like everybody.
I don't know what happened.
It's stuck in there.
Well, no, he said he needed to. Assistance. Going to see what's going on. Audio piece. Everybody good?
Yeah, I'm good, Judge.
Awesome, awesome.
How are you?
Good.
You think those two people coming back? Davis and Murphy?
Regarding the trial matter? What are you talking about? People in the breakout room?
Yeah, they went in the breakout room.
Yeah, I'm waiting for them to come back.
Okay. Okay.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm waiting for the other side to come back in. I got notifications that you wanted to come to the breakout room. I did come in, we're having some sound challenges that would not let me communicate with you. So did you have a question for me?
Me, Your Honor?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, no, Mr. Munson is still in the breakout room. He's just waiting for a notification, from my understanding.
All right, so yeah, he should be able to come back the same way that you came back, so. Let's rejoin.
If you place me back in the breakout room, I can talk to him about going back.
You should be able to go back. You still have the notification. You should be able to go back to that room. You're still in that room. You just clicked out and clicked back.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, I don't know how to, oh, I see it, yes, okay, one second.
All right, welcome back, Mr. Monson. Welcome
Thank you,
back,
Your Honor.
Mr. Davis. All right, so where are we, Mr. Monson? If you go ahead and update me, if you will.
Okay, we have had a conversation, and I've gotten certain information from him, including his social security number, his driver's license number, some bank account information, and the more important thing is we've agreed to for him to start making payments. He's going to start on by March 31st. He's going to make $1,000 payment, and each week thereafter until the balance is paid. And obviously, if he doesn't do it, then I've got some leverage.
All right, so remind me now, how much was this judgment?
It was for 510524.
Okay, got it.
And
So you indicated that the agreement would be that Mr. Davis is going to pay $1,000 by the 31st of March, and then you said there would be
weekly payments.
all right. What's the weekly payment amount that's agreed upon? Is there some agreement in that regard?
$1,000 a week, starting every week thereafter until it's paid. So that would be what, 4 more weeks.
All right, Mr. Davis, you're a bad man. You ready to do it like that, sir?
No, Your Honor, I think I can make this happen. I will make this happen.
Gotcha. All right. So you want me to reduce that to? You want me to put that in a formal order?
Yes, Your Honor.
That makes sense to you, Mr. Mario? It's like a partial payment order that will commence on the 31st of March, 1,000 a week until the balance is paid in full. And then that would constitute the end of this case. Make sense to you, sir?
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Mr. Munson.
Thank you also.
All right, very well. I will, number one, I'm going to dismiss the show calls. And then secondly, I'm going to issue a written order, and we'll get that out to the two of you that simply says what you've already agreed to about the $1,000. So
Thank you, Your Honor.
get that, both of you will get that in the mail, but you should get it before that date, obviously, but if you don't, you already know what the agreement is. All right, I wish the two of you well. Good day to you.
Thank you very much. We're leaving. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Mario.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Mr. Munson. Okay.
Okay, bye-bye. Good luck to you.
Thank you, sir. You too. Thank you.
That was a lot of money.